Gaming Heartbeat. Today we aren't gaming, we are baking. As some of you guys might know, I am gluten-free, not by choice. My body actively rejects it. So, even if you do see me enjoying something that has gluten in it, it is because I'm suffering, since it's not celiac. I am house sitting, which is why I've got a new setup. But just a disclaimer in case you hear the dogs cry. So, we will be making brownies. The up close will be right here. The instructions say 1/3 cup of water, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, and 1 egg. We will be mixing all of it in this bowl. And then I have these little trays, because most of my family doesn't also eat gluten-free. So, and then I have a baking sheet with some tin foil on it, because I've been baking, but normally just like frozen cookies. But I thought it would be fun to do this. So, I do have a Monster because I am a caffeine addict. So, oh, I thought this one was one of my other ones. That's okay. But just a heads up, I don't care about seed oils, so I'm using sunflower oil since I couldn't find any vegetable oil, because again, not my kitchen. We're also gonna see how long I can be standing because my health. I'm like leaning against this counter. This island is so great though. I need scissors that I used last night. But I know this is gonna end up being like a shorter video, but I figured people would want something to break up all the Minecraft I've been doing, because I ain't gonna be filming The Sims for a little bit. So, I love these brownies, by the way. They're so good. Like, I cannot tell that they're gluten-free, to the point where, like, when I had them the first time, I had to, like, triple check the packaging that it was gluten-free. Kind of thing. So, oh yeah, I got the, like, triple chocolate, so there's chocolate chips in the batter. And then it is raspberry season over here, and I'm allowed to, so we're going to be also putting a little bit of raspberry in here. These are rinsed and my hands were washed off screen. So, for anyone thinking that I'm being nasty, no, I'm not. So, we're going to add just a little bit, because I'm also going to put just a little bit of raspberry jam on the one that I take for the thumbnail, just so people can see it more readily. There we go. So, 1 egg. I do not have a one-handed trick. I should be preheating my oven, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna go over to the sink, which is next to you guys, and rinse my hands, because egg is no joke. We do not want salmonella. Alright, and then we want 1/3 cup of water. And this is a liquid measuring cup, so. Okay. And then 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Again, I couldn't find vegetable oil. So we're doing sunflower. Yeah. I once did olive oil when I made these. I think that was the only time I did not like the brownies. But Sunflower should be fine. There we go. And then we will mix. I do have only a spatula and not a whisk, because I always end up wishing I had just used a spatula the entire time. So I bloody love baking, and I do plan on making a new macaron recipe video at some point, but I need to finalize stuff for that one, and I want to see if I'm getting a guest for that one or not. But most of my videos that are in person won't have a guest, unless it's baking, because I'm normally trying to get people to bake with me and then ask if I can record when we're baking. So and remember, brownie batter is not supposed to be super liquidy. I've been working with helping people bake before, and they were like, oh, it's too runny, let's add more blank. And I'm like, no. It's supposed to be that texture, and they tried to fight me on that, which is just silly, because I had been baking much longer than they had. And I think it was a gluten-free recipe, and gluten-free stuff naturally is like this. So I'm not sure where they were getting their information. But this is pretty much mixed together. So now we will go preheat the oven to 325, which is lower than the default this oven. Cat. And then we will, I'm gonna only spray one at a time. Also, yes, I am using pan. I did think about mixing it in this, but then I was like, well, what if there's more kind of thing? So puppies are outside right now. So, but they have a door so they can come in. Right. Oh, my hair just got in there. Gross. Hello? Can you please get out of my baked good? Okay. And I like tall brownies, which might sound odd, but because it makes it seem like they're just really fluffy. Also, I love the idea of a brownie loaf. So this is not going to be as thick as I thought it would. Dude, this smells so good right now. Also, for people who like home baking and use box mix, you're allowed to put things in with the box mix. I don't know who needs to hear that, but you're allowed to. Baking is a science, But if you're adding like more chocolate chips or more fruit, that's completely different than if you're adding like more sugar or more baking powder and that sort of thing. It's very different. So for people who are like, oh, I do more baking, but I love, I don't know, pecans and all of my things. You can put pecans in all of your baked goods. Maybe not macarons, but you can make them pecan flavored and then make a pecan like center. I don't know. I feel like just more people need to hear that sort of thing for them to be comfortable baking. I could be very wrong on that though. Right now I'm just evening out the top before I show you guys, as well as trying to get like the extra off my spatula because I'm not about to dirty another dish. Okay. Cool. I didn't realize I was still open. Alright. So, this is what it looks like. Hold on. I'm so good at this, guy. So this is what it looks like right now. And then I will probably follow these little notches when I'm making slices. But so we're gonna put you over here. And these are some stuff drying because it is good manners, especially in someone else's home. I love how there's a mess slightly over here. It's recycling. So, but if you are in, especially in someone else's home, if not just your own home, to clean up what after you are done mixing, because then when everything is all done, you don't have to worry about cleanup. Removing my monster box. There is still monsters in there. But I don't know. This was just water, so I'm just rinsing it off. And then we'll put it over here. This had oil in it, so I might have to do some cleaning. I love these things. There we go. You can tell when there's oil because the thing's freaking hydrophobic. Oh. I hate that oil is hydrophobic. So it does mean cleaning up is easier. Okay. I think that's good. We're gonna put this one through the dishwasher though. And then we'll just clean all of this. Again, it's good behavior. This will also be going through the dishwasher. And then if this fits, I'll put it through the dishwasher. I was just raised to always like rinse stuff before putting it in. So that's why I'm not like deep scrubbing or anything. I'm just literally like, I'm just getting the big stuff off essentially. What? Why are you making, don't get your nose on my butt. Oh my goodness. And then because we are putting this in the dishwasher, this is clean enough. We will be back once it is time to put things in the oven. It's oven time, baby. Okay, reminder for myself. They're brownies. I was able to get, I'm still a little shocked I got them in this. Oh, okay. I don't think it'll rise, so I'm not gonna put it on a tray, and we're just gonna put it in the middle of the oven. And then we will set a timer for 40 minutes. Oop, hold on, nope. There we go. Okay. And then in 40 minutes, we will check them. Again, I'm simply following the instructions that are on here. Gluten-free chocolate chip. I love these. And remember, there's raspberries in there. So, because your kitchen, your rules. My kitchen, my rule. Anyway, I'll be back in 40 minutes. It's time to take it out of the oven. Okay. Oh, the oven is so warm, guys. Okay. Oh, it did rise a little bit. I'm gonna get a toothpick, actually. Because I feel like this isn't cooked all the way through. Yeah, it's not. Okay. So we'll put it in for 10 more minutes. Okay. So we'll be back in 10 minutes. It looked raw in the middle, and so that's why I grabbed the toothpick. It was raw. So, yeah. Be back in 10. Okay, you're gonna come with me to check this time. Because, I mean, that looks gorgeous. Oh, I shouldn't have done that with one hand. But let me gotta grab a toothpick. I don't wanna waste wood. We'll do one last spot next to it, all the way down. Still not cooked. 43 is the max, and I cooked it for 40. At this point, I've cooked it for 50 minutes. I'm gonna up the temperature. I'm wondering if no, it does say 325, but I'm gonna up the temperature to 350 and then put it in for another 10 minutes. But this time I'll put the timer on my phone just in case. Because I love how warm that is. Because I think the outside is done. No, the bottom isn't. We love baking in this house. So, I don't mind this. It's just a little confusing. We're gonna... Okay. And then we will set a timer on my phone for 10 minutes. See if that does anything. I think I'm gonna check it myself, and then if it is done, I will show you. I'll show you guys once it's done, and I'll tell you how much extra time I had to give it for it to be cooked all the way. Baking. Okay, so I know peak recording skills, right, guys? Okay. I ended up cooking it for like an extra almost 20 minutes. So, love this concept, but, because the only thing that's coming off is chocolate. Like I'm poking it through a chocolate chip kind of thing. I have one of these fun things. It was used for pie, but now it is getting used for this. So I like to try and cut at least the indents while things are still warm. I need a knife. And because it's so warm, we're able to do just like a butter knife. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna let it cool and come back, and I'll like do a cute little like plating thing. Alright, all chaos aside, I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Goodbye! And here is the brownie. I tried being fancy with the little swoosh. I feel like I didn't really do it justice, but look how cute! Cute little brownie.